Carissimi amici, tanti cari saluti per tutti voi. Sono molto felice di essere con voi in questo momento gioioso del launch in 2011 della campagna Io proteggo i bambini. Dear friends, this campaign is widely known in Italy and awarded by the President of the Republic and has become a hallmark for the movement of the protection of children's rights worldwide. I would like to congratulate Terre des Hommes Italy for this excellent initiative that has been instrumental to raise public awareness about the critical importance of prevention of child maltreatment and abuse. As you know, the United Nations study on violence against children considered the prevention of violence just as important as addressing and remedying incidents of violence. Preventive action is essential to address underlying causes and risk factors and to safeguard at all times the freedom from violence of each and every child, even those at greatest risk. Preventive action not only helps to reduce violence, but in a more general sense contributes to the respect for human rights and a more peaceful, tolerant and harmonious society. Freedom from violence, as you know, is a fundamental human right which the international community has solemnly committed to safeguard for all children, everywhere and at all times. Unfortunately, however, violence takes place in all contexts, including where children expect to be safe and protected, in care institutions, in schools, and also within the home. Children are exposed to intimidation, humiliation, physical aggression, abuse and exploitation, and the trauma they suffer remains hidden and often unaddressed, and with a detrimental impact for years to come. Increasingly, we also recognize the risks of violence that children face in the new media. Younger children and children with disabilities are at special risk. They often have less ability to speak up and seek support and face a greater chance to suffer irreversible emotional and health damage. As you know, as Special Representative, I'm committed to work with governments, civil society and other stakeholders to prevent and eliminate violence against children, and very especially to accelerate progress in 3 key priority areas of concern: the development in each country of a national strategy to prevent and respond to violence in all its forms, the introduction of explicit legislation to prohibit all violence against children, and the consolidation of data and research to inform progress in this field. Despite visible progress and growing efforts by governments, non-governmental organizations, and committed women, men and children to address violence against children, we are facing enormous challenges. That is why examples such as the Io proteggo i bambini campaign are so important. They help us to increase support for our agenda to safeguard children from violence. The campaign shows that we can all engage in meaningful action to protect children from violence in all its forms and prevent violence from happening in the first place. Dear friends, violence affects the life of millions of children around the world and is associated with profound social costs. But with effective public awareness campaigns and steady action, we can show that violence is not inevitable. It can be prevented and indeed effectively addressed. I want to congratulate you for placing the protection of children from violence at the center of your initiative and call upon everyone to wholeheartedly support the campaign and wear the yellow ribbon with pride and enthusiasm. Tanti auguri per tutti voi. Grazie infinite.